Plaintiff Josh Ryan says when he started dating the defendant, he had no idea she was a recovering heroin addict. Josh is suing his ex-girlfriend for unpaid loans. Defendant Chelsea Rodriguez says if she and Josh were still having sex, they would not be in court right now. Chelsea says she broke up with Josh because he was verbally abusive, and she insists the money from Josh was a gift.
All right, tell me what you want me to know.
Well, one thing I got to tell you about Chelsea is that she is a heroin addict and a user. She used me just like she uses heroin, and I care deeply for her, but she's 10 years younger than me.
She snorts you or shoots you in the needle?
No, she used me, just like...
Uses heroin, right? That's how
like
you use heroin. You either snort it or you shoot it. Go ahead.
But she's 10 years younger than me when I first met her, so I thought, I'd have this nice little hot thing to run around town with, and sure enough, I fell in love with her and her daughter, and took pretty good care of them, helped them out through whatever they needed. But that's when the heroin thing started coming out, that I found out she was a recovered heroin addict. But I caught her a couple different times.
How did you find that out?
She told me.
Okay.
And I did also hear from her family that she'd been to rehab before and overdosed twice.
Sorry to hear that, but the one good thing I am hearing is that she lets you know. Most people won't. Go ahead.
And then I started noticing track marks in her arms. And she admitted to that one, so I let it slide because I cared about her, so I was going to try to help her through it. Okay. And then in December, there was track marks again. And that one, she made an excuse of she had to have a pregnancy test. And I was wondering, when did they ever take blood out of both arms for a pregnancy test? Usually I always thought they started with urine. But I'm not a doctor, so I don't really know.
Go ahead.
And also, throughout our relationship, we had a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but I'd be getting off work and I'd start getting phone calls from friends at the bar.
I'm sure you had more downs than ups.
There are definitely more downs.
Go ahead.
But I get phone calls from friends that are at the local bar, and they'd call me to come pick her up because she was so drunk she couldn't even stand up. So I'd take her home and take care of her, put her to sleep, or take her to either my house or her house. And while she was so drunk, I'd be the one to take care of her daughter. And also when she was in the bathroom smoking pot and her daughter's crying, pounding on the door to get in because she wanted to see her, I'd be the one taking care of her daughter.
Well, let me allow her to give some background.
Thank you, Your Honor. At first, before I'd like to address any of those statements, which are mostly false, if Josh and I were having sex right now, I would not be being sued. Just right there, April 24th, he texted me, not only belittling me, but then went on to tell me how much he still cares about me and my daughter. He thought I was some hot little thing that he could take around town, and I am not. I'm a woman, I'm a single mother, I take care of my business. Yes, I was a recovering addict. Everybody has a past. Do not look down on me if you're not gonna help me out. He basically tried to manipulate me. He tried to control me, demand me. Love is demanding, it's not love.
Let me ask you to do something for me, man. Pull that up so I don't think the same thing.
Go for it. By the way, while I'm pulling it up, you can check my arms for track marks.
Go ahead.
Basically, everything he's saying, he's just bitter about us not being together. He's still in contact all the time.
And when did you all break up?
Definitely not bitter.
Quiet, sir.
We broke up. Actually more than once, but the last time we broke up was several months ago. He came to my house demanding his gifts back, the gifts he gave me, my necklace,
Why did you all break up?
We broke up because he's extremely verbally abusive. I thought he was older and mature, and instead, every time he gets drunk, he belittles me. He kicked me out of his car at 2 o'clock in the morning in the rain. All the things he's saying about me are not true. He's just trying to belittle me and degrade me on TV, which, shocker. But I am none of those things. Yes, I'm in recovery. I have not done drugs since I was 18. Yes, I've overdosed twice. Everybody has a past. It's what you do from your past.
Right.
And
what are you doing now with yourself?
Right now, I take care of my daughter. I'm a bartender. I work as hard as I can. I solely provide for her myself, which is why Josh knew that I did not have the money to give him at the time. We were dating. He said he wanted to take care of my daughter and I.
You haven't told me about that yet. First, I'll start with the breakup, and then you can tell me about the loans. When did you all and why did you break up?
Just because, I may have been a little verbal abusive to her, but it's because of the fact that she wouldn't answer me when I call her, and she'd show up drunk as a skunk. You don't remember those times I picked you up out of the bar when you couldn't stand up?
Your Honor, that's he said, she said.
This happened last Friday again, too.
You all were together last Friday?
Nope, I heard it from a few other people that she couldn't stand up by noon.
Gossip.
Heard.
Now, let me ask, was there a specific incident? I heard you say she would be drunk and falling over. That sounds like something she used to do. I would be verbally abusive. So there was a specific incident, I'm sure, where you all said, I'm done. You said it or she said it? You said, I'm done. When was that and what happened?
It started in December, and it was, she's a bartender, so I hung out at her bar for the night, and I was drinking beer, having a good time, and she refused to give me a ride home, and the car that she was driving was my car that I loaned her for 6 months.
Why wouldn't... Why wouldn't she give you a ride in your own car?
Because she just wanted to go home. It's 2 blocks down the street.
Okay, you all didn't live together.
No, not at all.
All right. So what happened to cause the breakup then?
I got a little mad about that. She finally did give me the ride home, and
Honor, may I
3
say
other
something?
people
Quiet,
from...
ma'am, and then you began cursing her, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, and then that was it.
I'll admit to that.
That was it. You all didn't see each other anymore.
We talked the next morning about it, and then that's pretty much the end of it.
All right, let's get to the loans you're suing about. $5,000. When did you loan her this money, and what were the terms of repayment?
It actually comes out to a lot more than $5,000, but that's the max. It comes out to $8,002.
$8,000 you loaned to a heroin addict and thought you were going to get it back. If that's, I'm going by what he says, not necessarily what the truth is, but if you tell me that you loaned $8,000 to a heroin addict and expected to get it back.
Yeah, well,
so let me see your schedule of loans.
I care about her and her daughter a lot, very much, but.
Let's see your dates. Do you need it to describe? In other words, I see something August of 12, 900. Do you know what that was for?
That was a check for her, to an attorney for her custody battle.
All right, and 22nd of August.
22nd was also another $1,000 for the same attorney for her custody battle.
And then you have another one 2 days later for $1,000.
To the same attorney for the custody battle.
And then you have...
Attorneys make a lot of money.
Yeah, that's what they do.
You're telling me.
November of 12, $3,000. What was that for?
That's when I ran out of cash, so I had to start using that.
So what's...
I started using a credit card.
So you start using your credit card
on
for
November
what,
1st
though?
was $3,032 for
what?
the attorney for custody battle.
I hope you have some proof of all these attorney fees. And December of 12 for $2,000. What was that for?
The same attorney for
all right.
custody battle.
You have some proof of the attorney fees?
Yes,
Not
I have.
Not that it can't add. Yeah, certainly.
I have copies of all the checks I wrote and a credit card statement that shows
when was she to repay
the attorney's
you?
name on it. We didn't have a set date to repay. I told her at the beginning to take your time because our relationship was doing pretty good.
Indeed, she has.
Yeah. And I asked her to, at least make me a payment, but she won't give me a dime. Or give me what you have, give me something.
She did give you something. That's why.
Yeah.
And when she stopped, you sued her. Ma'am?
Yes.
Did you borrow this money, accept it as a gift, as a loan? What were the terms of repayment?
Your Honor, Josh and I were together. We were very happy at the time. I am not new to psychotic ex-boyfriends. So, yes, I had custody issues. Not only did he pay some of the money for the lawyer, I, too, put out thousands of dollars for the same lawyer. And he told me, take your time, don't worry about it. I want to take care of you and Peyton. There was never, and all he told me recently was, empty out your bank accounts. I don't care what the hell happens to you or your daughter. I want all my money.
When was that?
This was a few months ago.
When had you all last discussed it or previously discussed it?
The only time it was discussed was when he was upset with me. He knows I'm a single mother and I have not that kind of cash to give him back.
Yes, sir. How did you expect her to repay this?
At least make a payment, $100 a month for the rest of her life.
$100 a month?
Yeah.
All right. When can you pay it? He said the rest of your he said the rest of your life, but let's be a little more reasonable.
Your Honor, any money that I have goes to my daughter.
You do intend to pay him?
Do I? No, it was a gift.
It was not a
No,
gift.
That's not what you said, ma'am.
It was not a gift.
That's not what you did not say it was a gift. That wasn't your defense. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. Have a good day.
I don't ever want to see her again as long as I live. At least I got some of my money back.
Whatever just happened. I feel the same way. I don't want him in my life, which is why I came here. It is what it is. He wanted something and he didn't get it, so